Hi guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and this is in my mailbox for May 29th, 2011. Lots of books this week, because as I mentioned last week, I did have a little bit of a splurge, so I'm just going to get right into it. But I'm going to start with the books that I didn't buy. So, this one I actually forgot to mention last week. This is for review. It's Cat Fireflies by Amber Kaiser. This is the sequel to Meridian, which I reviewed toward the end of last year, I believe it was. It's about angels, and I was curious to see where it went. We actually read it in my book club, my physical book club at my library. So this one comes out in July, which is when I'll be posting my review. So you can check that out. This one is much thicker than Meridian. Just wanted to point that out. But so you can check this out July 12th from Delacorte Press. Also for review, but not from the author or publisher, but from Velvet, from VVB32 Reads, I got The Iron Duke. Velvet's going to be doing September Zombies, as she does every year. This one is about zombies, but it's also steampunk influenced, so it's kind of a little bit of a mix, which I think sounds interesting, kind of like Bone Shaker by Sherry Priest. I don't know how I feel about this, the chesticles there, just because it's a little too close to Fabio for me. It just doesn't do it, but we'll see. I'm going to be reviewing this in September for September Zombies. And from Juju at Tales of Whimsy, she sent, this one's actually not for me, this is for you. She sent a book for giveaway for Jane and June. It's Murder at Longbourn by Tracy Kiley. So thank you, Juju, and all of you can thank Juju, because one of you is going to get to win this, June. Alright, all the rest of it. This is the continuation of the splurge, and there's more coming. Let's get right into it.
So, I got Shine by Lauren Miracle. I actually did have an e-arc of this from NetGalley, which I didn't read because I decided I just didn't have the time, and I knew I was probably going to want to buy it anyway, so I just went ahead and bought it. Someone on Amazon had a copy listed for $5, and it was new. I love this cover. Just all around, it's beautiful. And there are black and white spreads like that on the inside too. I'll show you. Just kind of moody. And then a pretty little magnolia or whatever it is. So, looking forward to this one. Heard really good things, and I think it sounds fabulous. I bought Balefire. This is actually a bind-up of 4 books by Kate Tiernan. It's A Chalice of Wind, A Circle of Ashes, A Feather of Stone, and A Necklace of Water. I haven't read these or really read anything about them, but I got it for about $4, and I figured, you know, 4 books for like $4.50, no brainer. I love this cover. I think it's beautiful and kind of weird and unsettling and quirky with the 2 images of the girl. Really nicely finished copy. So, nice big beast. Have no idea when I'm going to get to this. It was just a pure impulse buy. I bought The Iron Witch by Karen Mahoney. This is a 2011 debut. Came out pretty close to the beginning of the year. I've heard some good things, but I've also heard some bad things. Most of the good things, though, came from people that I trust, so hopefully I'll like it. I got it pretty cheap. I don't like the cover as much in person. On a computer screen it looks really pretty and intricate. In person it just looks kind of busy. But I do really love the back, which wasn't something that I had seen before. So, don't want to get to that either. From Better World Books, I bought White Cat by Holly Black. And there's the back cover, which I had never seen. I've heard some good things about this. Holly's writing is hit and miss to me, but when I like it, I really like it. And I thought that this series sounded really good, so I went ahead and got it. It wasn't very expensive at all. So, looking forward to that. I love the pretty little kitty. It reminds me of Inspector Gadget with a cat and claw. Alright, the rest of this came from book closeouts. So it's a lot, but I spent maybe $23, $24 on all of it, so not bad at all. I got Half Moon Investigations by Owen Colfer.
I love the Artemis Fowl series. I haven't read any of his other books, but I have The Supernaturalist and Wish List, and now Half Moon Investigations. So hopefully they live up to the Artemis Fowl series, which I really enjoyed. But anyway, hardcover, maybe $2, $3. This next one I haven't really heard much about, or if I have, I've forgotten, but it was $1 or $2, so I got it. I got The Ever After by Amy Huntley. It's about a girl who dies and then realizes that she can alter events in her life a little bit, which I thought sounded interesting. It's from Balter and Bray, and won the William C. Morris Debut Award, or was a finalist for it, sorry. So, got that. I got Briar Rose by Jane Yolen. Everyone has recommended this to me, and Jane Yolen in general, I've never read anything by her. Liz, especially from Consumed by Books, was trying to get me to read this for Fairy Tale Fortnight, but I already had too large a stack of books to work anything else in. But I definitely did want to read it, so when I saw it on book closeouts for really cheap, I thought I'd get it. And it is a fairy tale retelling set in World War II, I believe, which I thought sounded really interesting, and I love this cover. And one thing that I had never noticed for the longest time, and I adored this cover for months and months and months before I noticed that there's a face in the background. Anyone else see that? I was just completely caught by the roses and barbed wire and did not even notice that there was a face there. Kind of creeped me out when I noticed. Alright, I got Chloe Doe by Suzanne Phillips. This is about a 17-year-old prostitute. I thought it sounded really interesting, kind of gritty. I think it was $1, so I went ahead and got it. Don't know when I'll get to it, but I have some friends I think might like that too, if it turns out to be good. This one's been on my wish list for a while, so I broke down and bought it. This was probably, I think I spent the most on this one out of the whole order, but it's still a nice, pretty hardcover. Was cheaper than the paperback that I had almost bought from Borders, so figured why not. It's Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. The sequel, Demon Glass, just came out recently, so if I like this, I'm definitely going to get Demon Glass. I love this cover. I love the little reverse. A lot of reverse covers today. Like this so much more than the UK one, which reminds me of the posters for the movie The Craft. Doesn't do it for me, though I did like The Craft. But so yeah, looking forward to this one. Heard some really good things about it. Alright, this one was $2, hardcover, and I have heard good things about it. It's Once Dead, Twice Shy by Kim Harrison. So I got it in the scratch and dent part of book closeouts, and I mean really it's not, there's a tiny, tiny, tiny tear in the slipcover, and that's all. And it was only $2. So imagine my delight when it got to me, and I saw that it's a signed copy of Once Dead, Twice Shy that I paid $2 for. And lastly, I got The Body Finder by Kimberly Durding. I've read some really good reviews of this. I didn't really intend to read it when it came out until I saw all of the excellent reviews, and they just seem to be growing as the series goes on, so figured for a couple of bucks for a hardcover, why not? If I don't like it, then I can just send it on to someone else, right? So that was 13 books in my mailbox this week. Today is Wednesday that I'm recording this. I think my mailman is sick of me. I do have more coming, as I said. And then after that, I think, and I know I've said this before, but I think that really is all for a while. I know this was a long IMM, so thanks for sitting through it. I hope you had a great week. Make sure you share a link to your IMM, and I'll be sure to check you out. That sounded dirty.